no! That's so Raven. Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. You caught me playing one of my Game of the Year contenders, Cheetah Girls DS. You look confused. Let me explain. I'm Damon Hatfield, IGN News and Features editor Damon Hatfield's evil twin. Basically, I'm better looking and I hate Puzzle Quest. Oh, and I'm evil. Damon took a day trip to Napa Valley's wine country with Playboy model Courtney O'Connor, leaving me here to host IGN's Scariest Games of All Time special, part of our 13 Days of Halloween. We've decided to revisit these frightening games in chronological order, traveling back in time to begin our journey, all the way back to the 1990s.
We start in 1992 with Seventh Guest, a horror classic from Trilobite featuring one of gaming's most tried and true storylines, an amnesiac struggling to understand his past. Unfortunately, our hero is trapped in a creepy mansion during the process. Get used to it, we'll be seeing a lot of scary mansions before our journey is done. Live action segments and pre-rendered 3D graphics on CD-ROM put this creepy puzzle mystery ahead of its time. 1992's Alone in the Dark also stuck you in a scary old house, alone in the dark. Considered one of the first survival horror games, this Lovecraftian favorite featured evil books, zombies, a supernatural mystery, and occult puzzles. The only thing missing was the ability to mix different colored herbs together for healing and poison control. Luckily, that problem was solved by Capcom, who introduced PlayStation owners to the world of survival horror with Resident Evil in 1996. This one had just about everything Alone in the Dark had, plus the scariest voice acting ever in a video game.
No! Don't go!
We're not sure which made our skin crawl more, the brain-munching zombies or Barry's dialogue.
It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Spooky puzzles, ravenous dogs, and a biological nightmare help put Resident Evil at the top of nearly everyone's gaming scare list. By 1999, Silent Hill was keeping the nightmare of mansion crawling alive, sending poor Harry Mason into a scary house after his missing sister. The foggy environments, spooky lighting, and creeping demons made Silent Hill feel like an interactive horror film. We'll see more from this franchise as our list moves on.
I am Shodan.
Before there was BioShock, there was System Shock 2, an RPG/first-person shooter from Irrational Games set on an alien-infested spaceship. System Shock 2 had a randomness to its environments and wandering enemies that could lead to some jump-out-of-your-seat moments. Grotesque creatures and sheer psychological trauma make System Shock 2 one of gaming's scariest experiences.
I will not allow that.
The first ghost-related game to make our list, Fatal Frame still features yet another character entering a haunted mansion to find a missing sibling. The supernatural specters in Fatal Frame are impossible to ignore. That's because your only defense against them is a camera, which you use to capture their wandering spirits on film. In 2001, EA, Westlake, and DreamWorks released Clive Barker's Undying. With it came a family curse, more demonic enemies, occult books, eerie encounters, and yes, a haunted mansion. You play as Patrick Galloway, a World War I veteran who battles the undead with an arsenal of monster poning weapons. If Undying were a book, we would only have read it in well-lit areas. Creepy. With some of the eeriest box art of any of the games on our list, Konami's Silent Hill 2 Restless Dreams takes us back to the eponymous monster-filled burg to solve another mystery. This time around, the town is even more decrepit than before, and the scenarios are even darker. We are introduced to Pyramid Head, who is scary because he has a head shaped like a pyramid. Let's face it, if his head were octagonal, it just wouldn't have been as scary. The works of H.P. Lovecraft are a favorite theme in horror games. In Silicon Knights, Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem kept the tradition alive when it was released for the GameCube in 2002. Inspired by Lovecraft's dark demonic visions, Eternal Darkness starts you out in, you guessed it, a creepy mansion. One of the game's hallmarks was its sanity meter, which tracked your traumatized character's ever-slackening grip on reality. The Fatal Frame series returned in 2003 on the PlayStation 2 and Xbox and doubled the scary level with Crimson Butterfly. The twins Mio and Mayu follow the creepy butterfly into an equally creepy forest. More ghostly photography follows as Mio tries to save her sister, who's been possessed by a tormented spirit. They may be something of a video game cliche, but creepy little girls definitely give us the heebie-jeebies. There's nothing quite as scary as interdimensional space demons from the future. Trust me, I'm one of them. And id Software's Doom 3 proved it. With its eerie lighting, scary as hell zombies, and just all-around creepy vibe, Doom 3 took shooters to an even scarier place than its groundbreaking predecessors. Soul Cube for the win.
That was close.
Inspired by gruesome horror flicks like Seven and Silence of the Lambs, Condemned Criminal Origins helped to make 2005 a scary year for gaming. A psychological thriller from Monolith Productions, Condemned sent FBI agent Ethan Thomas to a town overrun by psychotic killers. The result was a chaotic fight to stay alive amidst a constant onslaught of crazed enemies. Fear, another Monolith horror game from 2005, rounds out our list with a bloody bang. Inspired seemingly by all the games on our list, Fear Encounter Assault Recon plunges the player into a paranormal crisis involving, shocker, another creepy little girl. Here at IGN, we lovingly call her Little Miss Bloodsocks, and she scares the hell out of us. From the eerie mansion of Seventh Guest to the blood-soaked ceilings of Fear, these 13 games are guaranteed to scare the pants off you. Now we're gonna put our pants back on and turn on all the lights.
Oh, sorry about that. I was just helping Damon clean up his workspace a little bit before he and Courtney get back. Thank you for joining us on our tour through the scariest games of all time. I hope you enjoyed it. I've been your host, Demon Hatfield. I'll see you in your nightmares. Oh, and I'll also be guest starring with Jeff Foxworthy in an upcoming episode of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? So look for that. Bye now. Oh, you're right, Edge Magazine. Football Manager 2007 is the 52nd best game of all time.